And look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
KO! Here's the cover.
Hey, what's up everyone? And we're back today with another video, and this is actually the last video of this year because I'll be away starting tomorrow, honestly, until the new year of 2021, thank God. But it's been one hell of a year for the channel. I will be completely honest. I think I didn't even realize this until I think Minto brought it up to me. I think that my channel growth has gone from about 3,500 to about just shy of 7K. Hopefully we hit that 7K mark for the end of the year. That'd be a nice goal to hit to close out the year subscriber wise. But yeah, we've basically doubled subs. That's all thanks to you guys. Much appreciated. That's just crazy, honestly. And it's all, I guess, down to the commentary, because I know before, people that have been on the channel for a while, I think for the first 2 years this channel was around, I didn't do commentary at all. It was just straight gameplay, and we were still able to have over 2K subs at that point, which is kind of nuts for a strictly gameplay related channel. So again, big ups to you guys, and a huge shout out, so much appreciated and thanks. So to kind of celebrate, I picked 2 replays as the last ones of the year. These are both from last night, and it's more focusing on why I actually play the game, less than just, like, these are the most biggest results I've ever had in World of Tanks. No, these were still very good games. That's no stretch of the imaginations. These are still really, really good games, but they focus more on just having a good time and having a good laugh. We were actually Platoon with Petty last night, and we had a couple kind of nutty results, including this first one on Sand River. We did some kind of crazy stuff, and then the second one is on Abbey, which we'll get into that one. It's a very short game, but it was pretty funny because, yeah, just some of the stuff that happened in it was pretty hilarious. And I think that's the main reason I'll stick around playing tanks, is just as long as I have this friend group that I usually platoon with, I'm always going to just kind of stick around. I know I'm competitive by nature. I no denying that, unsurprisingly, that the Super Unicum stat guy doesn't like losing. Shocking. But I do like to have a good laugh, for sure, as well. And this game we're definitely going to do that. We're actually in a tank that hasn't probably been on the channel in quite a while, even though it's a scout, and that is the Wheezy 132A, which is actually the tier 9 Chinese light tank. And you don't see this tank that often to begin with, and even on this channel you don't see it that often. And I kind of liked it a little bit before the last update, but now I decided, hey, let's give this a shot with all the improved accuracy changes and stuff like that, and just kind of take it out. And plus Petty was grinding the T-54 lightweight, and he still is, so he's actually not even fully upgraded. He's only got the 175 pen gun on that thing, so he's not really in full fighting form playing the T-54 lightweight, but we're gonna kind of make it work. As you see, we've already racked up that about 3k damage, 500 assisted. Not much in the way of assisted this game, but that's okay. We'll live as we put another shot into the KPZ, and now Petty has a Becky Lynch coming for him. We are BRT, but that one just, yeah, it's going to right to the ridgeline, and that light tank gets shut down. So now we spot up a heavy tank as E75 and then a VK100, and I think it was at this point we were like, okay, rest of the tanks are on the other side. Do we want to do this? I'm on 3/4 of health. Petty is, I think, maybe a one-shot for either of those guys, possibly. But I think we were just like, let's see what happens. Let's just test ourselves a little bit, have a little bit of fun against some very heavily armored German heavy tanks that are kind of in the open. We're obviously in a map that is much more referred to us, as the E75 shuts down our one heavy tank that was supporting us, and now it's 2 light tanks versus 2 heavy tanks, and let's just see how this works. as we kind of botched this a little bit. We probably shouldn't have eaten the shot there. That's okay. But now we're a possible one-shot for the East 75. Unlikely the VK will kill us because I think he has 440 alpha. I think. And right now we're going to play Ring Around the Rosie with these two. Again, this is a little tricky for Petty because he's only got that 175 pen guns in both these tanks. He has to get pretty much flat on. E75 misses us. We use that handbrake turn that we, use from time to time. Just, a bit. And we're just trying to outrun the gun at E75. We just have enough speed to do that. Hit the handbrake, get around him, get up on the side. Now, ideally, I'd like to go for the track steer, and I actually could probably detrack the E75 with one shot in the scenario, and that's probably the better bet as our other heavy comes and finishes the E75 off. But we somehow come out of that scenario both alive and killing both those heavy tanks. Maybe not somehow. I mean, got two pretty good players in light tanks on a wide open map going against two heavy tanks. It's not totally unsurprising, but when one of us is stock, it's a little surprising, especially when he's a one shot. So we're able to pick up the win on that one and just have a little bit of fun there. I always like doing that. Is just having a good laugh, regardless of what's actually happening with the game at the moment. But I try to stay away from that on this video because it's more just about having a bit of fun on the game, even now, and that's what it's there for. Even coming from the super unicum or whatever. So 5,500 damage, 1 kill. Like I said, not much of assisted damage on Sand River there that game, but that can vary. And the next one, we're going to both be playing Vanguards on Abbey. Everybody's favorite map in rotation right now. Well, maybe second favorite. I know we all love Sunset Coast. That's another fantastic one. Love that map. So good. There's hints of sarcasm in that. But what are we going to do? We're going to push up into the Abbey. I mean, obviously, pretty much. If we're in light tanks, you're going to go in the center majority of the time. You can spot down the Riverside Road as well, but it's very, very few and far between for me in terms of actually doing that. And we're not going to just charge right in Vanguards because you just eat shots, especially when they have a 3-man light tank platoon on their team with 2 Vanguards and a Hull and Hound. So more than likely, they're going to have their scouts in the middle too, and they have 4 scouts in their entire team. So we're going to go to the sneaky positions. I'm on this one, and Petty is on the other little corridor thing, or a little archway that you can get into this Abbey from. Tried to get a second shot into the Vanguard. That one doesn't quite go off, so we aim down sight, and that one does come off. And now we're just kind of sat in this little archway, just being annoying, and generally annoying. That's what Vanguards do best. And this is going to be, we are sat underneath an archway and get splashed by Artie for nearly 400 damage because for some reason, the scout is the priority here. And we're going to make a bit of a misplay. Some reason to sit up there, but now we know he shot, so we're going to pull up, dump one, hopefully finish the second one before he fires, and sure enough we do. And then somehow, I have no words. I have no idea how that happened. I should have looked back in replay, but his platoon mate shows up beside me, flipped on his backside on the Vanguard. I don't know. This is just normal World of Tanks things, You get hit by Artie, and then just there's some guy flipped upside down right next to you. I don't know. It just happens. It's the beauty of the game, I guess. So now we have control of the Abbey and got rid of 2 of their scouts. They still have 2 more, but 2 of them were in the platoon we already took out. So that's always good. And at this point, we're just kind of looking for shots. We know we've lost that other flank to my right. There's just nothing we can really do to that right now until they start pushing across our base, and then we should have pretty clear dominance of our base and the sightlines across that without getting spotted. So we'll get there. We will get there in a second. And now, look at that. Betty's flipped up on his side. Somebody should probably tell him the tanks actually function better on their tracks. But, it's rookie mistakes. He'll learn. He's only got 30k battles. you'll get there. So now we're kind of just taking it in, playing kind of passively, which you don't see Vanguards do too often, even though they really excel as passive scouts. But you see a lot of times they're just running around like headless chickens on the map. And at this point, we're trying to spot all their heavies that we know just instinctively are going to cross in the open. And sure enough, here's the mutant. Put one into him. And now we spot the IS, put one into him, get a fire. That's nice. Got one more shot in the clip. It'd be nice if we get another fire, wouldn't it? Put one in the... Oh, look at that. Another fire. Oh, that's nice. 2 out of 3 shots in our clip did fires. So CC hacks. Actually, there's a new perk that enables incendiary rounds on your tanks, if you didn't know that. No, I'm kidding. But right now, this is basically a turkey shoot. Haha. And we are literally just going to be able to farm these guys at this range, pretty much undetected. Well, he says that and it gets spotted. Yeah. And then put second one into the mutant, and then we put a third one in, and hey, look, another fire. Weird. So now we're just going to reload again. Honestly, it's going to be a bit difficult to kill all these guys because we're only in Vanguards that have very, very, very lackluster DPM. Hey, look, another fire. Petty got a fire too. Everybody gets a fire. It's like Oprah. And now we're going to set our sights on this Black Prince. Put one into him. And a second one. Hey, look, another fire. You get a fire. And another fire. And he's dead too. So, lots of fires. Lots of burning. Always enjoyable. Definitely not CC hacks, I promise. And now we just have their 2 mediums. Our team's capping. And we're going to see if we can get in there and maybe do another shot of damage. Possibly. It would be nice to get over there and just have fun with these 2 guys. But with only 16 seconds left on the cap timer at this point, I think about 3,900 damage is all we're going to get, unless we can get maybe one more shot of damage in. But it's looking like that's not the case, as our team is just capping out. So try to put one into the dragon. That one just disappears, and then our team caps out. So unfortunately, we could have got maybe one more clip in there and maybe killed the dragon. Who knows? Maybe we could have got another fire. You know, we already got 4. And 5 between both of us is the tiny little clown cars are shown. Finishing first and second as we pick up 4k damage almost. Only a second class, but I thought it was a pretty funny game and just a fun one in general to play. We were all laughing on it on stream. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to catch me later, I will be on Twitch this evening. But until then, I will catch you guys next time and next year. See ya. Peace.